Have you ever seen an animal so still you assumed it was harmless? That assumption has almost killed people. Picture this: a wild alligator lying at the water's edge, completely motionless, not blinking, not breathing that you can see. Someone steps off the path, phone raised, moving closer for the shot. It looks asleep. It looks safe. Stop. Because that stillness isn't rest. It's a trap that has already been set, and the person walking toward it just stepped inside the trigger zone. This is exactly what happened a few weeks ago at a Florida spring, when a video of a woman reaching out to touch a motionless wild alligator went viral. Millions watched it. Most of the comments said the same thing. It looked so calm, so still, that it didn't even register as a threat. That reaction is not stupidity. It's biology working against you. Humans are wired to read stillness as safety. A still animal doesn't look like it's about to do anything. But for an alligator, stillness isn't the absence of action. It is the action. It's the entire strategy. Alligators are cold-blooded. Unlike a wolf or a bison, they don't burn calories chasing prey across a field. Their bodies are built around conserving energy, sometimes for days at a time, so that when the moment comes, every bit of stored power can be spent in a single, explosive movement. An alligator lying motionless in the shallows isn't doing nothing. It's doing the only thing that actually works for an ambush predator, waiting for something to come within striking range without spending a single unnecessary calorie to get there. That wait can last a very long time. Alligators have been recorded holding the exact same position for hours, barely blinking, adjusting only the angle of their eyes to track movement along the bank. To a human eye scanning for danger, hours of no movement reads as, "This animal is asleep, or dead, or at the very least not paying attention to me." To the alligator, those same hours are simply the cost of doing business. It is watching you the entire time. Here's the part that catches almost everyone off guard. Alligators are not slow. On land, over a short distance, an alligator can move faster than a human can sprint. In water, that speed multiplies. The strike itself, from motionless to jaws closed, can happen in under a second. There is no wind-up, no warning growl, no visible shift in posture that most people would recognize in time. The only warning is the one most people miss completely: the position of the animal in the water in the first place. So what does that warning actually look like? First, watch the eyes and the nostrils. If both are visible above the waterline and roughly in a straight line, that alligator is in active hunting posture, not resting, not sunning, but positioned to see and breathe while the rest of its body stays hidden and ready. Second, watch the tail. A tail curved gently to the side, relaxed against the bank, is a different animal than a tail held straight and slightly raised, coiled like a spring. Third, and this is the one almost nobody checks, watch the distance between the animal and the water's edge. An alligator hauled fully out onto dry land, several feet from the water, is far less dangerous in that moment than one positioned right at the waterline, because the water is where its speed advantage is greatest. A gator on the bank near the edge is a gator with an escape route and a strike zone in the same square foot of ground. This isn't a rare, freak encounter kind of danger, either. Florida has recorded a sharp jump in alligator incidents this year. Drought conditions have pushed alligators out of shrinking natural habitats and into the places people actually spend time: retention ponds, golf course water hazards, drainage canals behind resorts, even suburban swimming pools. Wildlife officials have documented alligators walking onto highways, pushing through pool enclosures, and showing up at front doors before sunrise. The animal isn't changing its behavior. Its environment is shrinking, and the overlap with human spaces is growing. And once an alligator does strike, the mechanics are built to make escape almost impossible. Alligators don't chew. They clamp down and roll, a maneuver called the death roll, using their own body weight and rotational force to twist off flesh the way you'd twist a bottle cap. Their bite force is among the strongest measured in any living animal, but the muscles that open the jaw are comparatively weak. That's actually useful information. If you are ever bitten, prying the jaw open by force is nearly impossible, but if you can get a hand free, holding the jaw shut and disorienting the animal by targeting its eyes is one of the few documented methods that has actually worked. But the entire point of understanding this behavior is to never get that close in the first place. The single biggest myth is that alligators need to be provoked, hissing, or lunging before they're dangerous. They don't. The FWC's own data shows the overwhelming majority of bites are classified as unprovoked, meaning the animal was simply behaving normally in its own space and a person closed the distance. The alligator wasn't the one who made a mistake. So the next time you see one lying perfectly still at the water's edge, don't read that stillness as an invitation. Don't read it as sleep, and don't read it as safety. Read it for what it actually is: an animal that has already done its part of the work and is simply waiting for you to do yours. Because the moment it moves, it's already too late to change your mind.